Hello, my name is Katie Coca Polite, and I'm assistant curator here at Krannert Art Museum with the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. And today I'd like to briefly highlight a work that comes from the exhibition, Pressing Issues, Printmaking as Social Justice in 1930s United States. Combining social realist themes with influences from European modernist styles, particularly constructivism and surrealism, Ida Abelman's prints from the 1930s often explore the role of technology and its negative effects on human life and workers. When she was younger, Abelman spent a few years working in a doll factory, which granted her intimate knowledge of the treatment of young assembly workers. And as you see here in My Father Reminisces from 1937, Abelman utilizes her and her father's factory experiences to critique gender and labor exploitation. Through the use of montage, she presents the lives of garment workers in a complex historical narrative, beginning with the arrival of immigrants by boat on the left. Family members embrace, perhaps reuniting after a long period of absence, while a man sits with his head in his hands, most likely tired from his travels. Several figures appear joyous and hopeful for a prosperous future in the United States, particularly the man holding a basket with large coins dancing around his head. Two young girls appear simultaneously curious and apprehensive as they stare upon a sewing machine, perhaps looking to their future in the sewing mills. A woman with a long braid under her hat stands tall in front of the group, with her arms wide open, gesturing a hope and happiness upon her arrival in a new country. As we continue the narrative, Abelman criticizes the poor working conditions in factories and sweatshops, which we can see here through the enlarged sewing machine in the foreground and how it's crushing piece workers that are sitting working underneath. The industry shows no mercy for its workers as they toil at their machines. The figure hunched over in the front stands on what looks to be a treadle from a foot-powered sewing machine with bare feet, enlarged presumably from the intense and constant strain from the factory work. A ghostly Statue of Liberty appears in the center, symbolizing the complexity of the American dream and critically questioning how realistic that dream may be and if it is indeed attainable. But throughout, women are at the forefront of this history. She continues the narrative with the formation of the International Ladies Garment Workers Union, which was established in 1900, and the Triangle Shirtwaist Fire of 1911, one of the deadliest industrial disasters in U.S. history, where 146 people died because of inadequate working conditions, where doors and windows were barred. We see pickets with slogans in the background that state wages in cash, suffrage for women, abolish child labor, and WPA must go on. To end the Prince narrative, Abelman charges wealthy fat cat industrialists with complicity in perpetuating unsafe working conditions. A hand reaches out behind a wall or door, straining for help, while three heads in white collars float in the bottom right corner, smoking their cigars and appearing unaffected and unconcerned by the lives of their workers. As the title suggests, this print references the dreams and struggles of her father and his immigration to the U.S. Abelman recalled her father as saying, "No history will ever be able to fully describe how much we have suffered. It is wonderful to realize that workers have brought about so many advantageous changes. There is still so very much work for us to do." Ida Abelman worked primarily within the graphic arts division of the WPA's Federal Art Project, producing 23 lithographs between 1935 and 1943. My Father Reminisces is perhaps her most reproduced lithograph from this period and was displayed in union halls as part of an initiative organized by the Artist Union's Public Use of Art Committee, of which Abelman was a founding member. I hope you enjoyed listening to this. Thank you.